I don't want to say that it's late, but it's later in the morning, and Epps is still asleep, and the kids are still asleep, and I don't want to wake anybody up because it's his day off, and they're on vacation. So I am just sneaking in the kitchen to get a bag of generic potato chips, and I was going to put my morning energy drink in a mug so that I can maybe feel like a little bit of an adult. And then I realized I don't want to know what color that is. I don't want to know what it looks like. I'd rather be ignorant to the sludge I am putting in my body. Also, in case you're wondering, no, those eyebrows that I put on the other day, they didn't last. Like, I woke up the next day and I washed my face, and I use like Walmart brand face wash, and it didn't survive that. So if you have like actual skincare routine, it definitely wouldn't fucking survive that. I'd probably be mad if I remembered how much I spent on that. Time flies when you're crazy. I'm at the dollar store because I'm fucking bleeding like a stuck pig and I need underwear. And Epps is home with the kids. I needed to go like right now. I didn't have time for him to like get ready and the kids to get ready and stuff. So I just threw my fucking anxious ass in the car and was like, I'm just going to go to the dollar store and see if they have some granny panties. Because I don't wear underwear unless I'm on my period. And I've lost a bunch of weight. So none of my underwear are fitting me. They're like falling down inside of my fucking pants. I don't even give a shit what they look like. I just need a big fat fucking pair of underwear that go up past my belly button so that I can be comfortable until this shit passes. Because I'm bleeding with the fucking fury of 1,000 suns, and that makes no fucking sense at all. But I am. And I'm going to go in here because I'm too anxious to go to Walmart without my husband or my kids or both. And it's just, I just needed to get out the door, and I didn't want him to have to rush around, and the kids, I didn't want to have to worry about them either. So here we are. There's like no one out. I understand that it's a holiday, but like there's like no one out anywhere. This parking lot is empty. Should I be worried? Are they open? I mean, their lights are on. I really don't like this dollar store. They like installed this like self-checkout thing. So the first time that my husband and I went in there and we saw it, we used it. And there was this little old lady in line and she was like, oh my God, they're trying to leave without paying for stuff. And I turned around like, I'm not a mean person. I'm not a mean person. I turned around and was like, bitch, I use the fucking self-checkout. Try again. You're not going to fucking scream and point your fingers at me and yell that I am trying to walk out the door with shit in plastic fucking bright yellow plastic bags. And I guarantee you, if my husband and I did not look the way that we do, she would not have said anything. We would have slipped right past her and she wouldn't have said a fucking word. So there used to be this cashier that worked here, and he worked here for a really long time. I'm talking 2 or 3 years. And for a place like this, that's a long fucking time. And one day I came in to buy something, and I had only gotten like one thing because this place is relatively close to my house. It's just easy to run in, grab shit. Sometimes I'll go in here instead of going into the grocery store like, oh, I just need to get like a 2 liter of Diet Dr. Pepper and end up in line for fucking 45 minutes. And then other times I do a full fucking shopping trip and I'm out in 2 minutes. But I went in and I grabbed something. And I think it was like a box of Valentine's chocolates. And I ended up stuck talking to this cashier for over an hour. And by talking to, I mean he was talking at me and I was just standing there. And he was talking about anime and Twitch and some girl streamer and all this other stuff. Like, you could just tell that he was just lonely and like nobody would listen to him talk about this shit. So here I was, just standing there frozen in place. Nobody else in the store to come up to like break the conversation. And I could like tell that he doesn't have anybody to talk to, let alone to talk to about these types of things. I just put up with it. But the problem was I didn't have a vehicle at the time and I had gotten a ride here. And the person that had given me a ride needed to fucking go. They were in their car waiting for me, and that is actually how I slipped out of it, because they came busting in and they were like, bitch, I'm gonna be fucking late for work if you don't get your ass outside. And that was my escape. That was my escape, because I have a theory that all dollar stores are a dead zone on purpose. Every single Dollar General and Family Dollar in my area, when you go inside, you don't have any signal on your phone. And I don't think it's by accident. And I hate conspiracy theories because I think if you look for anything hard enough, you'll find it. But that can't be a fucking coincidence. Didn't somebody make a YouTube video about that not that long ago? Nick Crowley, I think it was. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's go buy some shit that we don't need and hopefully not forget the things that we do. Because Epps just texted me and asked me to pick him up a lint roller. Y'all, look at these underwear that I found at the dollar store. Oh, perfect. Hanes, you've outdone yourself. God damn. So guys, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I have worked in retail a lot in my lifetime. The majority of jobs that I have had have been working for like major chains. So here's the thing. I know that if you think that somebody is shoplifting, you're not supposed to outright be like, hey, don't do that. You're not, like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. What you're supposed to do, and every place that I have worked, I was trained to do this, is to go up and be like, hey, kid, do you need help finding anything? Or to like try to make conversation with them. Just to like let them know without saying, I'm watching you and I see you. Now, did I ever do this? No, because I don't give a shit if people shoplift. But that's what I was trained to do. If somebody is acting like they are shoplifting or acting like they are going to shoplift, you're supposed to acknowledge them and talk to them and make them uncomfortable in a nice way so that they don't. So that's what happened to me when I was at the dollar store. I walked in there and it was just me and the cashier until it wasn't just us. But he kept following me around being like, hey, do you need help finding anything? And I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm just looking. Did you want me to be like, do you know, where's your biggest, fattest, stretchiest, most soft, cottony, biggest granny panties in the store? Point me in your direction. And also, do you have tampons? Because he's like an old guy. Like, he's like toxically masculine. He would have fucking died. So I was just like, no, I got it. So I go over and I'm looking at the women's underwear. By the way, all the socks and underwear and shit like that all have the tags in them. So I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. But he kept being like, so how was your holiday? You sure you don't need help? Yada, 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 yada. Just doing what he's trained to do when he thinks somebody is a fucking thief. And he's new because that dollar store had the same staff for years and now they're all gone. But like every Dollar General everywhere around the world looks the same. They're all severely overstocked and shit's just everywhere. It looks like people just pick things up and look at them and just throw them on the floor. And it's like, if you want to keep better track of your merchandise, you could probably get rid of some of this stuff. Hey, say, call up the people and be like, we don't need any more of these. We don't need any more underwear. We've already got 30 pairs on the floor. We're good. Can we sell these ones first? I don't know how any of that shit works. I'm just saying, like, logically, that would logic to me. But anyways, he was doing the thing where he was following me around, putting pressure on me because he believed me to be shoplifting or that I was going to shoplift. But the funny part to me was that I didn't have a jacket on and I didn't have a purse. My hoodie doesn't have a pocket. My pants don't have pockets. I don't know if he thought I was going to shove something down my pants or under my hat or something. I just know that he was following fucking protocol. He was doing it by the goddamn book. I recognize that book because I've been through that training 1,000 fucking times. So then this group of like 4 younger people shows up. And I can tell that they work at the restaurant beside the dollar store because they all had their uniforms on and they were being really, really loud. And I'm not saying I'm one of those people that's quiet because I do have a laugh that's really, loud and genuine. I have a genuine belly laugh that some people think is obnoxious. It's a microaggression, but that's a discussion for another day. And one of the girls turns the corner. And there I am. I'm looking for like an agenda book because we've had this discussion before. I love blowing money on shit that I'm never going to use. In my head, I build it up that I'm going to, and I know I'm not going to. But anyways, I was looking at the agenda books, and she turns the corner and she freezes and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh my God, I love your outfit." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." But I said it in a way, like in my head, every time somebody compliments me in public, I think I'm mean and I think I'm rude because I know that I have a resting bitch face. And when people give me attention and or draw attention to me by doing things like screaming and flapping their arms like a baby bird, I'm like, okay, now everybody in the store is staring at me. And I kind of hang my head low. And when she said it and I said thank you, I think I said it in like this low growl that was not very nice. I probably acted like that girl on the playground that like hissed at people, which is fine because we love her. We love that for her. But because like I was so embarrassed because people were like, and I hate that. Despite what people think, there's a lot of alternative people that don't like attention, and I am one of them. A lot of us just want to move through public unbothered and unnoticed. So when you draw attention to us, we're like, I could have lived the rest of my life really happy without that ever happening. But she was just happy and excited, and I do appreciate it when people compliment me, especially on an outfit that I look at as lazy. It was just my Killstar hoodie that I'm always wearing and a pair of black craft leggings, and and they just had Moonchild on, just very basic black leggings with white writing, and my cat boots I always have on, and my Killstar beanie. And she was so happy and excited about it, so I would never be mean to her about it. But I cannot stand it when attention gets drawn to me in a public area. So I really hope that my response didn't come off as rude or make her like self-conscious or anything like that. But by God, it made me feel like I wanted to throw up. I probably have that to thank for the fact that I skipped the toy aisle and left without buying an LOL surprise doll, because otherwise my ass would have stayed. But they were like being loud, and I just wanted to get the hell out of there. So I ended up getting everything that I needed. I got my undies, I got the lint rollers, I got his peanut butter, I got a dog calendar. Okay, the point of this dog calendar, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I'm very open and honest with you guys about the fact that I have a binge ED. And I wanted to get a really small calendar because I feel like a really big calendar would be too much. But, because like, see how little the days are? Look at the puppies. That looks like my pen. That looks like my Pennywise. But, how little the boxes are, I'm going to keep track of my symptoms by like coloring the boxes like green or red on day to day so that I can show my psychiatrist. Because yesterday, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. I made a joke about it. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. But, me binging that bread yesterday, but it caused me a lot of physical pain afterwards. Like, I was miserable. I felt sick to my stomach from how much food I had eaten. And it physically and it mentally hurts you a lot. And I guess I kind of do have a goal in 2023, and that is to just track my symptoms better so that I can show my psychiatrist and I can show my therapist and we can work more on this, because I feel like there's this one thing that I have struggled with my psychiatrist. I've been with him for years, is him thinking that I'm doing better than I'm doing because I've lost weight. Because I've lost 79 pounds, he'll kind of look at me like I'm doing a lot better than I am. And it's like, no. No. And I mean like in all aspects of my life. I mean that in like all aspects of my life, not just like the disordered eating part. So I finally went on TikTok and made a TikTok saying I'm leaving TikTok and I am dedicating all of my energy when it comes to like creating content to my YouTube channel. That's the plan. I know a couple of you panicked and were like, "You're not leaving YouTube too, are you?" No, I'm not. The plan is to stay here and to dedicate all of the energy that I have to create content to my YouTube channel. I finally made a TikTok and I was like, I'm leaving because the pay's not shit and the harassment is too much. Creators on TikTok are abused way too much for how underpaid they are. I don't know how to put it. But here's the amount of money I got paid for over 400,000 views. I could pay my bills for several months on the pay that I would get from YouTube for 433,000 views. That video that I made, the TikTok that I made, is sitting at 0 views and it's been up for over a half hour. It's probably not going to get views at all because all websites that have content on it can tell what you're saying. All the videos are screened. That's how videos get muted. That's how auto-generated captions become a thing. That's how shit gets demonetized. That's how you get struck with a community guidelines violation. And TikTok is known for looking for trigger words. If you say TikTok in a TikTok, they're watching you and it's not gonna push. A lot of people on TikTok refer to it as clock app when they're talking about it. I didn't because I don't fucking care. I made the TikTok. It's up. I updated my bio saying I am done as of 1/1/23, even though I have not made a TikTok in weeks, probably close to a month. I think the last one that I posted was late November and it got almost 300,000 views. I'm just done, guys. I'm really, really done and I'm ready to be here. I know a lot of people were worried when I announced that I was leaving TikTok, that also meant that I was leaving YouTube. No, this is where I want to be and this is what I want to dedicate my energy to. And at this point, I'm like so over it. Like when I made my video talking about it last time, I like genuinely struggled because I thought I was going to like cry. I'm so over it. I'm so over it, especially after seeing my video talking about it sitting at 0 views. 0. One of my favorite new symptoms that I just had pop up of my ovaries dying, my hair is so fucking greasy. My hair is so fucking oily. I got up early yesterday before work and took a shower and I was just laying in bed. We just had dinner. Epps just made dinner. I was just laying in bed watching a YouTube video and ran my fingers through my hair and touched my scalp. It's so oily. Like usually it takes me not washing my hair for 3 or 4 days for it to get to this point. The point that it got to overnight, I don't know what in me told me to Google, is an oily scalp part of menopause? It is. I can't wait for the 10th to be here, but also, like, I don't know what they're going to do for me. I know what they're going to tell me. We all know what the fuck they're going to say, but what are they? I don't know what they're going to do for me other than, like, hormone replacement therapy. I don't know what they're going to do about my uterus trying to kill me. I don't know. It's kind of running my life, honestly. It really is.